Hello, Jamaica to the world. Jamaica, me say. My name is Chris Whilby, and I represent Jamaica everywhere I go. I'm a Jamaican. I don't live in Jamaica, but I am a Jamaican. When I left Jamaica, I did not give up my right as a Jamaican citizen. I reserve the right to criticize my government, my country, and I reserve the right to speak on any issue that is affecting my country. Now, I see some things going on Facebook and playing out on all the social networks. And one of the things I want to address right now, it's the us versus them mentality. Because I noticed that there is a trend wherein Jamaicans living abroad and Jamaicans living at home are perpetually at war with each other. Now, there's a whole lot of misconception. Jamaicans living abroad, they have this, a lot of us have this misconception that Jamaicans at home are, let's put it this way, they are not behaving as they're supposed to behave. Just use that for argument's sake. Now, Jamaicans living at home also have a misconception about people living in other countries, and some of whom have never traveled outside of Jamaica. So they have no idea, they have no first-hand knowledge of what it is like to live in another country. So all they have is this perceived idea. They have this thing in their heads as to what they believe life is like in another country. Now, what is essentially happening is that Jamaicans will live abroad and Jamaica will live at home. It's like we are constantly at each other. And that should not be the case, because we are Jamaicans. And people will live a Jamaica. It's like for some reason they feel this frustration or anger at the people them will live in a different country. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe there's a psychological problem that we all need to look into and we all need to address. But one of the things that I can say or I can do is to try to communicate to us all, Jamaicans all over the world, that we have a vested interest in Jamaica. Now, Jamaica is the only place in the world that I cannot be deported from. It no matter where I go in the world and live, it no matter what kind of citizenship I obtain, the fact is that Jamaica will always be my home. A part of me will always be in Jamaica. Now, a lot of people who does not live in Jamaica, we have ties back home. Some of us have houses, some of us have land, some of us have relatives, we have investments, we have business, we have friends, some of us have kids. So even though we are not physically living in the country, we still have ties to the country. And so when I hear people living in Jamaica talking about people who live abroad not understand where I go on, and them that this and them that and what, yeah, we might not understand every single thing that is happening, but if you keep in touch with what's going on, you will have an idea of what's going on in Jamaica, right? Now, what we all need to do is to find the common ground and stop fighting against each other. Stop cursing each other. Everything, you know, live here, so you don't know this. And then people get offended when one say that, because I do get offended when I hear people act as if because I am not living in Jamaica, I should not be criticizing or should not be commenting on things that are happening in my country. I never gave up my right to speak on any given issue. I never give up my rights as a Jamaican. I never give up my Jamaican citizenship. I reserve the right to criticize what's going on in my country. I reserve the right to talk about the violence. I reserve the right to talk about the mismanagement of the country by the government. I reserve the right to criticize the churches for not doing enough. I reserve the right to criticize the police for brutality. I reserve the right to criticize the opposition for not offering an alternative government. I reserve the right to criticize the careless mothers of Jamaica. I reserve the right to criticize the careless fathers. I reserve the right to criticize the children who are misbehaving and bringing down shame and disgrace and reproach on their schools. I reserve that right as a Jamaican. I never give up that right when I leave Jamaica. I never give up that right when I left Jamaica. So, with that being said, people are arguing over the recent increase in the violence against children in the country. Now, it is playing out on Facebook and other social media sites. Now, it pains my heart, no less, when I see a young girl, a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, being killed. It pains me no less when I see a 5-6-year-old being abducted. It pains me no less when I hear of any female at all being raped. It pains me no less when I hear of a young boy being raped and killed. It pains me no less as a Jamaican. As a Jamaican, it hurt me just the same as it hurt the person living on Jamaican soil. And so, when we talk about the issues that's affecting Jamaica, it's not because we want to embarrass Jamaica and we want to bring down Jamaica. It's the opposite of that. We want to shed light on the situation so that actions can be taken and things can be done to improve the situation. And so, we should not be arguing about the fact that people are sharing and posting the things that are happening in Jamaica. Because guess what? We are now living in a technological world wherein information is going to be shared whether we like it or not. And it doesn't have to be from the traditional media. Because right now, everybody is a media reporter. Everybody is a television reporter. Everybody is a radio station now, because all you have to have is a cell phone. That's it. So, when a guy gets killed and a person snap that video and put it up on Facebook, it is going to be shared. We are no more living in the dark ages where things take 5, 10, 15 days for the world to know. It happened, and within seconds, the entire world knows about it. So we should not be worried that the world is knowing about stuff and people are sharing stuff, because once it gets out there, people are going to share it. We cannot get away from that. So what we should be worried about is the fact that these things are happening. And if we don't talk about it, then we cannot find the solutions to the problems. So what we should do is we should all work together, Jamaicans living abroad and Jamaicans living in Jamaica. Work together, find common ground to solve the problems. We should all come together because we're all Jamaicans. There is no us versus them. There is no Jamaicans abroad versus Jamaicans at home. There is just Jamaicans. That's what we are. That's who we are as a people. Our motto, it says, out of many, we are one. And so, why is there this constant agitation between the two groups? It should not be this way. And so I'm imploring all my Jamaican friends and family and people who cuss me too, because I have a few of those, because I put myself out there on the media and I do videos and I talk and I have a little radio program and I share my views, and people, some of them are controversial, and I get criticized, and that's fine, because I put myself out there. I expect to be criticized. So, but the fact is that it is kind of healthy right now, that we are having this discussion, because that's what family do, and we're family. We are one big Jamaican family, and so we are having this discussion, and it's good. It's good because I heard two of my relatives, two people I love very much. One living abroad and one live in Jamaica. And it's the same argument they were having. One day Jamaica and one day America, one day Canada. And you shouldn't be this and you shouldn't be talking about and you shouldn't be. It is healthy that we are talking about it. Because out of evil cometh good. And so let us all put the differences aside. And let us work together to solve this situation. Out of many, we are one. And let us come together, work together, so that we can solve this situation as Jamaicans. Out of many, we are one. Have a good night. God bless you. Love you all. Bless up yourself, Jamaica. Let us all come together and let us all work and unite ourselves together. Have a good night.